Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and another part of this series with Tottenham Hotspur at the moment, where we have gone on quite a bit into the future after the last episode. So when we left off before, we had just crushed Liverpool by 4-1 in the EFL Cup quarter-final, a hat-trick from Ansu Fati doing the job for us. We've had a fantastic run ever since then. We managed to beat Nottingham Forest 4-0 in the league following that last game. They went down to 10 men, but Pete Oumans, Sebastiano Esposito in the first 15 minutes, then Bellingham got a couple as the match went on. A very nice result there. We were beaten by Liverpool though at Anfield in the league, a bit of revenge from that EFL Cup quarter-final. We were the better team, another one of those games where we totally dominated, but Ismail Benassa got a late goal which gave them the victory. Following that match, we did play Brighton, where we managed to win by 4-0. Mason Greenwood got 2, Santiago Navarro got 1, and then an own goal as well from a Brighton player gave us the victory. And that took us into the month of January, where you can see we've been on a pretty good run since then. Our goals rate has been going through the roof, and part of that is down to our recruitment policy. So starting off with the players who went out, we did sell Andre Onana. He's gone to Inter Milan for £48 million for a 30-year-old player. That's a decent sum of money. You can see he wasn't playing after we brought in the new keeper Malungu, so it was worth letting him go. We also let Andre go for £40 million because he was just never going to get into our team. We turned almost a double sort of profit on him. He got a few goals as well, but he was just never really going to get in the team, so he had to go. A few more kids went. Nigel Garcia sold for £35.5 million. I just don't understand where these bids are coming from and these valuations are coming from. But that's £100 million brought in from crap players who were never going to make it into our team, and that is exactly what you want to see. But bringing players in, we've been extremely successful. Zachariah Wilson was an amazing signing. Pete Oumans is out of this world good. I think he's probably one of, if not the best player in world football right now. 7.75 average rating, 7.72 in all competitions. He is unplayable. Santiago Navarro, what a bit of business. 7.5 million for him. Probably the best centre-back in the world as well. 7.77 average rating. He is unbelievable. Malungu has been consistently good. 22 years old. Very good in goal. 15 clean sheets. But he has even been usurped by Igor, who has come in, who is even better and a natural goalkeeper, which is wonderful to see. He's not had much game time yet. I'm easing him in because I don't want to unsettle Malungu, who's a great goalkeeper as well, but we're going to have a problem trying to have two fantastic players out at the same time. We've also brought in Jose Cordova, who's exceeded expectation. I thought he'd be one for the future. He was understudy to Fati on the left flank, but he's been brilliant since we brought him in. 7.77 rating for him as well. And Igor, obviously the final signing, is just a wonderful player. So, I mean, the players we brought in our recruitment policy has been exceptional. It means that Joshua Zirkzee's been put up for transfer, but I've not had a suitable bid come in for him. I want my money back, which would be £60 million. David Neres is also up for sale, but nobody came in for him. But since January, we've just been running away with it. 2-0 against Derby County in the FA Cup, Greenwood and Pete Oumans scoring. 5-1 against Blackburn in the EFL Cup first leg. 2 for Cordova. Obviously only just coming into the team and getting a brace. 2 for Mason Greenwood, who's been great this season. Jana getting 1. We then crushed Blackburn 7-0. Greenwood getting 4 more for his season tally. Esposito, Bellingham and Beret all scoring. 2-0 past Watford away from home, Greenwood and Bellingham. And then the United game was a little bit frustrating. We went 1-0 down, we came back, we took the lead, and then we were pegged back in the 86th minute. We should have won that game, but given the run we're on, it really didn't matter. And then we went and absolutely smashed Liverpool. And it's worth watching this game because it was a fantastic performance and result by the team, totally annihilating and tearing apart this Liverpool side, which is a strong side, but we really did just bring them down. Cordova attacking down the left, pulled it back, and Pete Oumans got it in off the underside of the bar. The two new wingers combining well. Oumans then with a corner into Navarro. Again, 2 new signings linking up for the goal. Sazal threw it in, and then Greenwood's header onto Cordova for the tap in at the back stick. Cordova again involved, pulled it back to Gonçalves, and then he whipped it in for Butman's header for goal number 4 just after half time. And Bere then 12 minutes from time came down to Cordova again as he found that bottom corner, and then finally, to end Liverpool's misery, Butman put the ball in from the byline and Jana got in on the scoring for 6-0. Absolutely emphatic, that performance. Cordova was magnificent in that game. We then followed it up with a 3-0 win in the FA Cup as well. Esposito, Greenwood and Fati knocking Liverpool out of the FA Cup. And then against Blackburn, a 5-1 win again, so 10-2 on aggregate. Malungu with the most hilarious own goal. He just carried the ball over his own line, and it was an own goal. Lorenzo, Greenwood, Jana, Fati and Butman making up for that mistake there in a big win. 2-0 against West Ham as well, and Barry and Navarro. Southampton we dispatched a 5-1. Daniel, Cordova, Diaz and Butman with a brace. All the damage done in the first half. We were 5-0 up at half time. We had a friendly then, and finally we absolutely tore apart Nottingham Forest. 5 for Esposito, 2 for Navarro, 1 for Kane and 1 for Jana. So our league form is exceptional. We're 7 points clear, but look at that goal difference. There is no chance of us losing the league title on goal difference this year. It just can't happen. But we are only 7 points ahead of Manchester City, a bit further ahead of United and Chelsea, of course, and 21 points clear of Liverpool now. I'm pretty sure it's going to be our title. Nobody seems to be able to catch us at this point, and with 11 games to go, I'd expect us to run through. But today we're taking on Real Madrid away from home in the Champions League knockout stages first round, and then we've got Manchester City in the EFL Cup final. So for the team going out there in the Santiago Bernabeu, we're going to start with Jana and Esposito up front. We've got Cordova and Umans on the wings with Butman and Daniel in central midfield. Then it's Bernard, Diaz, Navarro and Cesal in defence, and not Malungo. I'm going to put Igor in goal for this, so that you guys can see what a good goalkeeper he is. Well, hopefully you can see that, and he doesn't make me rue that decision by conceding a huge number of goals. But it's a difficult Real Madrid team. They've been adding superstars in as they go. Steng's the most recent recruitment, and he's a very good player. But Kai Havertz, Paulinho, all dangerous, and a few great regions in the team as well. So this is going to be a tough match. Team didn't react well to my expectation that we'd win this game, but I'm fairly confident we should be winning this game as Ruben Diaz plays it out to the left for Cordova. He keeps going, pulls it back to Butman. It's blocked, but Daniel onto Umans, who keeps going. He's gone inside, and Courtois with a very, very good save. Goes out for the corner. Jana takes it, cleared away, and then Grimaldo should be able to just finish that job off, really. We've managed to come back, though. Butman eventually giving away the foul. He'll get a yellow card for that, or maybe just a little telling off from the referee. But at the moment, I think the game just finding its even keel, and not a huge amount happening for either side. So we need to turn this on a little bit. The Real Madrid team getting some poor shouts from the sidelines. Now John Stones plays it forward to Kai Havertz. Juninho forward. Paulinho heads it in, but easy for Igor to come and take that one. Strong South American contingent in our team here. Umans on the attack down the right flank. It comes out to Cesal. Back in for Umans in a great position. He pulls it across, and Jana repays my faith for starting him. I'm keeping a lot of faith in Omar Jana. He's a fantastic young English striker. He's a sort of natural heir to Harry Kane, so I want to keep him in the team and hopefully get him more and more goals, and he's got one here. A good bit of anticipation after that ball ricocheted off the Real Madrid defender, and he's given us that crucial away goal. And it's nice, we're going into this two-legged tie, and I have absolutely no doubt that we're going to go through over two legs. I just don't think this Real Madrid team have the power to overcome us, because we're so strong now in every area. The only weak bits of our team are the fullbacks, Cesar and Bernard, but that's only because they're in their early 20s and still haven't reached their full potential. When they get there, they're going to be 5-star world-class players as well. But every other position in the team is a 5-star world-class player. There's nobody else there. Maybe Cordova, who's got a bit of room to develop, but he's Fati's understudy, as Jana breaks into the box but can't beat Courtois with the finish. Jana does have poor finishing, but other than that, he is an unbelievable player. And now, just because we're winning so much, I'm going to bring Fati on to continue this 5-star contingent and do a little bit more damage to the Real Madrid team. As Milinkovic puts it in to Stengs, it's blocked, finally gets it in again, a little bit of a ricochet, and it looks like there's a push in the box and a penalty has been given. Ruben Dias giving the penalty away a little bit needlessly. We seem to have that under control. Coop Miners has sent Igor the wrong way, and he's managed to bring one back for Real Madrid. So it's all square in this first leg, but we do crucially have that away goal advantage. Did well there, Coop Miners, a little delay in his effort, which meant that the keeper had dove the wrong way, and he was able to find the finish. Igor now with the ball in defence, onto Ruben Dias. Navarro pushes it out to the right flank. We go back across to the other side. Juninho with a very good tackle for Real Madrid, and they've recovered possession and then given it away as we play the ball back. Daniel has just signed a new contract, by the way, for 300 grand a week. He was only on 100 grand before that. Uman's just taken everybody out. It's fallen to Butman. It's still there for him. We've got everybody queuing up. We can't get the effort off, and Real Madrid survive. We really should have taken one of those chances. I don't know how many attempted shots there were in there, but we weren't able to make the most of it, and that's just tipped past the post, or it's hit the post actually, not even saved by Igor, but he did seem to have it covered. And time is just running out a little bit here. I'm going to take Jana off now and bring Harry Kane on alongside Esposito just to carry the team over the line. I feel like we need the club captain out there today. Not too many other players that I'd necessarily look to bring on, although Butman's not having the best game and he's on a yellow card, so that's a unnecessary risk to take. So we'll just take him off for the last few minutes. I'm not going to try and push the team to go for the win. I think we can just take this result as it is. But Cesal with a long throw, it goes in, and Courtois unnecessarily flinging himself to catch a relatively simple throw-in. But the question is, what's going to come of this? He sent it out to Traore. Ball goes over to Havertz. Comes back, Esposito with the touch, beats the defender. Cuts inside. Still going Esposito, back to Umans, now Cesal. Puts it over, Fati's header, and Ansu Fati, the former Barcelona player, scores his 15th goal of the season against Real Madrid today to sink Barcelona's rivals into a 2-1 home defeat in the knockout stages of the Champions League, and they are extremely difficult to come back from. So I think that could almost be job done for us here against Real Madrid. We should be going through to the quarterfinals to defend our European crown, and there you go, a 2-1 victory over Real Madrid does the job for us. We can be really, really happy with that, and we can move on to the Manchester City EFL Cup final, trying to win our first domestic cup competition since joining Tottenham. A few changes for the team against Manchester City at Wembley. We've got Esposito and Kane leading the line, so Kane getting the start today. We then have Fati and Umans on the wings, so we've got that full strength contingent there. Bellingham has come into central midfield alongside Daniel today, and then Bernard, Diaz and Navarro are joined by Lazala for this one, with Igor keeping his position in goal after the last game. So we've got an opportunity here to win our first Carabao Cup with Spurs. Obviously the last trophy that Spurs won in real life was the Carabao Cup back in 2009, I think it was. So it's been a long time since they won this competition. We've had chances to do it since I've been in charge, but we seem to always be ready to choke at the nearest opportunity. Hopefully that club culture can change today as Bellingham comes through, but Bazunu with a very, very good stop. Umans puts the ball in. It's gone through, and Fati does it again. He is such a big game player, and 6 minutes into this cup final, he has undone the Manchester City defence. Right place in the right time. Excellent anticipation, and he found that bottom corner in a way that the keeper could not reach. So that's the lead established early on in this cup final, and hopefully we can get the win, because we need to get as many of those managerial points as we can. As Fati does it again, he plays through Kane in on goal, and that's a really poor finish from a striker with 20 finishing in his stats. Igor though can play the ball forward, all happening in this 2-minute period, since the goal went in. Fatty now charging through the City defence. He's up for it today. He's still going, Fatty. And that was very nearly a wonderful goal to make it 2-0. Corner from Umans goes in. It's cleared out, but not by the first man that was allowed to run through. So some real opportunities in this Man City defence, who just seem to be wobbling a little bit. They're not as strong a team as they once were. They've got a lot of really good players in their side, but I think we've got a great chance here, and we are by far the better team for this match. I can't actually believe how strong our squad is, given that we've only been in charge for a little over 2 years. It's absolutely remarkable how good this team is. As Umans puts it in, it comes out to Daniel, plays it over to Bellingham. Ruben Diaz, I think we need to work this out wide. Bernard does that now to Fatty. It's headed back in. Missed header, and Esposito will gobble up chances like that every day. His 30th goal of the season already. He could hit some scarily high goal tallies this season. He's just been a wonderful signing. Missed header, but look at that for anticipation. Nothing the goalkeeper could do as it's tucked past him for 2-0 in this cup final, and surely we're about to win a really, really big trophy in our quest to be the greatest manager of all time. But what was that? That's offside. Upamecano's effort. I don't know if that was a cross or a shot, but the header took it past Igor in goal, but fortunately it's ruled out for offside there. And a nice 2-0 advantage here at the half-time whistle. So it's a case now of just seeing the game out, really. We don't need to do anything too crazy. We're in control. We're not really under threat. Esposito's running at the defence. He finds Harry Kane. Lazala over to Daniel. Played through. Bellingham has lost it there. And Arthur now can find Dencic. And he's in behind, but Igor has, I think, a 20 stat for his one-on-ones. He is exceptional at preventing those one-on-ones. He's a bit like the goalkeepers were when this game was first released and no striker was able to finish a one-on-one. So really, really good stuff in goal for us these days. Malungu's a great option as well. I've got a real headache about which one I keep. I think I'd probably have to keep Igor as that corner goes in. It comes out to Bellingham. But Malungu for 82 million, we'd probably take a big loss if we sold him, as Esposito comes in again and he makes it 3-0. The game is officially done here. We are going to win our first ever Carabao Cup as manager, not just of Spurs, but ever, because we've only been in England for 2 and a bit years with Spurs now. But we are adding to this trophy haul we're building up as a manager. Esposito on the volley there, doing the job for us, and 3-0 now. We need to get these trophies in quickly, so this is really encouraging that in a final against a team like Man City, we are absolutely tearing them apart. 15 minutes to go. I think we can rotate a few players in, can't we? Maybe Jana can have a run out. Let's bring Wilson in, and we'll also bring on Lorenzo, who's been a great rotation option for us. So 10 minutes or so to go. Arthur with the free kick finds Upamecano. Tackle goes in by Kane. He's great at winning the ball there, and now he plays it over the top. Jana is in behind to finish the game, but unfortunately his finishing is not up to scratch as it goes past the post. Bernard with the long throw, puts it into the middle. Kane is there. It's down to Fatty, back to Bellingham, and unfortunately he can't keep the shot down, but a nice little build-up play from the team. Just 5 minutes to go. There's no way that City are getting back in this game as Bernard steals that ball. Jana heads it on. Upamecano back to Bazunu. Declan Rice. Ball played forward. It's Feliciano. Dencic over the top. Arthur is in behind. It's off the post. And finally, Igor picks up the loose ball. Highlight none over though. Igor sends it forward. It's come to Ansu Fati. Beats the defender. Charging through. And he's hit it straight at Bazunu. I'm not sure why he's hit that straight down his throat. Either side of the keeper. That's 4-0. But time nearly up here. Man City never really threatened us. They might here at the end. And indeed, Upamecano ruins the clean sheet. But we won't care. They can celebrate that little goal all they like. We're going to be lifting the trophy in a minute. Arthur's ball in. Latour away. Bernard wasn't able to clear it. And it was put in by Upamecano for 3-1. 30 seconds left, and Man City going to stage a very, very improbable comeback here. I doubt it. Fatty just teasing the players here as he runs through, tees up Umans, Oh, that's wonderful from Ansu Fati. Excellent work cutting in from that left flank. He's got absolute gold dust in those boots, and he's just twinkled past the City midfield and their defence to tee up Pierre Umans with a lovely through ball, and that made it 4-1. A brilliant, brilliant finish to give us a big win here against Man City. Nobody can really stop us on our day, and there we go. Another trophy lifted. Harry Kane enjoying his period of success finally after a long wait as Spurs captain. So well done to the boys. That's another trophy in the bag. We are the greatest English manager of all time, and we are working our way up the list to become the greatest manager of all time. We've qualified for the Europa Conference League. I imagine we will probably qualify for the Champions League though, so that doesn't matter too much. But looking ahead at what we've got to come after that excellent cup win, Brighton in the FA Cup 5th round we won't worry about. I probably also won't worry about this Real Madrid game. We're probably going to get through without too much trouble, so it's about the quarterfinals and who we pull out there, but it will probably be around that point that we stop in next. So if you have enjoyed this episode, do drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, but until next time, see ya.